Hello, my name is Tina and welcome to my channel. Tonight I would like to talk about Hellish NDEs. I thought about it for a while because I think most of us who watches these videos are aware that NDEs are real phenomena. There's many accounts of there that you can read about, watch videos. There's different interviews with people who experienced it. And majority of NDEs are kind of, from the point of view of experiencers, happy experience. Except of course that people don't really want to come back here, but that's at the very end of the experience and they are usually forced to come back to the body. But I would like to talk tonight about experiences that are rare. And those are called hellish ones, because percentage-wise there's very, very few, but they are there. And what really happens in here in this scenario, because people who experience hellish NDEs are not necessarily evil themselves. They haven't really done anything to, as I put it, deserve this kind of experience, like witnessing hell and being trapped somewhere that it's really scary. It's a very negative experience. I studied a lot of NDEs and I always look for those unusual ones though. For those are not so good, because this is where the truth lies. Because although there's lots of, everything is deception, okay? But what I call hellish NDEs, it's a grand deception. Yes, they are deception. They are created on the spot, so the experiencer can come back and also spread that they've been rescued, because there's always some kind of rescue happens suddenly during this hellish experience. What is really happened, this is like those are used as a propaganda, so people who sees and witness very unsavory stuff around them and what's happening to them can come back and say, guys, there is such a thing as hell, because I've seen it, and the God suddenly came and rescued me. This is exactly what it is. During the experience, after the person has been really through some distressing moments, usually these people scream for help, ask for help, or desire to be helped, and suddenly, voila, there is a hand coming through and rescues them, pulls them out of the misery. Well, really, why doesn't it happen in real life here like this? How many people scream for help in this real life, in everyday life? That how many of us are in a really shitty, hellish situation in here, and there isn't such a thing as somebody coming from above and grabbing us and rescuing us, really? So really, I feel that something's really, really wrong with the whole scenario, because why would suddenly, during the experience that when you are out of body, you are rescued and you are taken care of, but you are not rescued here when you are within this body? And many people really suffer. They really need help. They need rescue, and they're not rescued. They perish. Many people perish, and nothing comes and saves them. Oh no. Usually what happens when person experiencing NDE finds themselves, I'm talking about the negative NDEs, hellish ones in here, they find themselves in an environment that it seems like hell. Feels entrapped, feels very scary, very dark. There's monsters around, there's darkness around, hopelessness, there's the sound of crying, screaming, whatever. It resembles what we call hell in here, because they're supposed to be heaven and hell, both. So yes, the hell has to be shown too, And during that hell, there's different scenarios, obviously, different experiences talk about their own personal stories, and they're all different. They're not the same. But what happens usually, the help comes, and in one I particularly remember there was a person rescued from such a place. The actually a hand came through and pulled them out, and suddenly the person finds themselves in an angelic, like heaven-like scenario, scenic, beautiful place, and that so-called being that pulled her claims that he created her, and he wanted her to be there because she said, "What have I done to deserve this beauty here that I find myself suddenly in?" I said, I'm your creator. And when the person asked him about evil, that why evil exists, that person was told that it's about free will, and then she was taken to some sort of like a very long corridor that there were millions of doors on both sides, and she was told that behind each door there's a choice where you want to go, and the person asked, "But how do I know which door to open so I know that I make the right choice?" And there was no answer. The answer was very vague. It was something like, any door you open, it's going to be your choice, it's going to be good choice. Oh, really? And then that being that claimed to be creator, and God said, "I created you, and to say I want you to be happy. That's why I memory wipe with every life here, so you don't remember what happened to you, so you won't have to remember the anguish and how much you were hurt before, and how horrific it was. So to spare you that, so you don't remember." Really? I mean, honestly, this is a big one. I mean, I couldn't believe what I was reading this, I remember, and I couldn't believe what I was reading. That a loving creator would admit that he memory wipes you, so you don't remember the anguish, but he puts you. What choices do we have? You usually end up in this life with another portion, a set of new heartaches, new extreme situations, and new horrific scenarios and challenges that you have to swim or sink, basically. We're all here on our own, and so this is the love of God. Is that it? That memory wipe is the mercy. It's like a mercy killing almost. I mean, with that, it's not just your memory, your identity is wiped away from you. What if you had children, partners, passions, whatever? You built something, you created something, all that is wiped, you got no memory of it, you don't remember. So what is the frigging point? Some mercy kind of mission comes suddenly from above? Really, I mean, this is all part of the grand deception. Honestly, it's part of the grand deception. To be honest, I don't believe there is such a thing as a place as hell. Because as I mentioned in many of my videos, that you take with you the total of experiences in here, and you create your reality based on your faith, on your beliefs. You take it with you. So it's not like somebody else creates it there. After you done with this body, you find yourself in a place that would be reflecting those beliefs that you've taken with you, those experiences that you've been through, and they're going to reflect the place you're going to find yourself in. This is what I believe. Yeah, that's my beliefs, really, and based on my research as well. So this is the thing, that there's no such a thing that somebody builds you a heaven, okay? And so, this is heaven, you come in here. What about everybody else, I don't want to be in my private heaven with everybody else. I think we're all different. Yes, I would like to choose who I want to be associating with, who I want to have relationships with, and have a great good time there, but I don't want to be just with everybody, because we're not all the same. So I do believe that we create our own place there. But the grand deception tells you, no, there's a loving God and creates a heaven if you're a good girl or good boy, and hell for those who are not so good. So really, wow. I think it's a big, massive lie that we were told. I mean, everything is lie, guys. Everything. I mean, look through. I mean, I've been recently reading and looking into the history and what really happened here, and I believe that all we've been told about history is fake. Everything, basically, almost everything is fake. And they're not going to correct it because there's too much. They would have to wipe the whole system, everything away, and they're not going to admit that they were wrong, that they did this or that for whatever reason. But I believe it's all fake. But anyway, I don't want to talk about history. I'll make maybe one day a video about it because it's very disturbing. Very disturbing. I mean, I went to school, and my whole education was based on what I was told from some textbooks that somebody prepared, and they claim, oh, this is your history, all right. So you have to remember this, that happened. Really, wow. And if you didn't learn properly, you didn't get good grades, and you know the rest, you know. It's horrific, really. And then you passed exam, they test you how much you've learned, really. This is useless, absolutely useless. I mean, just when I'm talking about education here, I mean, how much of the education from school is useful to you in your everyday life when you become an adult? Really, it's a joke, honestly. So anyway, going back to the grand deception of NDEs and everything, it is something's not right in here, absolutely not right. I think this is to demoralize people as well, to spread the hellish NDEs. It's to scare people, yes, oh yeah. Because nothing works better than fear, to enslave you, to manipulate you. Fear is a wonderful tool, you know, a wonderful tool. And usually it works when you don't have awareness of the truth in here, that you're being lied to and manipulated and deceived. Unless you have this awareness, you're gonna swallow that fear like a candy. Oh, this is great, they're telling me not to do this or not to do that. I better listen to them because they are scholars, they know better. No, they don't know better. They're just repeating what somebody above tells them to repeat and to spread around here as a massive propaganda chain, really, to keep you in your place, basically. So you don't be too clever, so you don't rebel, and you follow everything you're told to do. So you sit quietly and you do as you're told, basically. And NDEs, yes, I think both good ones and hellish are used to deceive, to use as you know, as I just said, to so people can have something to hold on to. Oh yes, there's such a thing, there's God. They talk about there's places up there. I mean, really, you have to start reading those books. Yes, there's lots of repetitions, but you have to question those repetitions. Whatever people claim that they've seen, that they've experienced, and during those times when there was out-of-body experience, okay, NDE, you have to question, was it real? And if, of course it was real to the person experiencing, but I'm talking about real in reality for what they've seen, if it was real what they've seen, or if it was fake, just produced on the spot, so they could come back to the body and bring that big, marvelous message that, oh wow, I've spoken to God, He created me, He told me everything, but unfortunately, I don't remember right now when I came back here. I mean, really, you get lots of those. It's a very interesting study, the NDE files, but also very disturbing, because the disturbing part is how deep is deception in here, how deep those lies are going in, really. It's lies upon lies upon lies. It's just like embedded into your soul almost. Unless you shake all this off and say, wait a minute, I need to ask you questions about it. Unless you do that, you're going to take this, whatever you feel that whoever said this or that, to be your own truth. And your own truth can be only based on what you believe in. Do not take on board somebody else's truth unless you can see that there's a sense in it, that there's credibility in it, and that it's, you know, that you can say, well, there's something in it. I like what I hear, and I'm gonna find out more because I feel that this is taking me into the right direction of finding out a little bit more that I'm interested in. So yes, this is very important to remember, guys, really important, because I've been questioning this life and this reality for many, many years now. Yes, I mean, my circumstances, my life kind of shaped me into that, into becoming a seeker. Um, I'm not happy with just anything and everything. I question everything. I look at different things that people say. And yes, there's lots of BS around, lots of BS. Like for example, New Age has done irreversible damage. Lots of people lost their minds and souls with this love and light and easy and brotherhood and the oneness and all that. No, this is all nonsense, really. It makes you feel good though. It makes you feel very good because I've been there, so I know how it feels. I know what I'm saying. But it's not a right path to take if you want to find out reality, what is really happening. That those are just fairy tales to make you feel good. It's putting you to sleep, basically, spiritually, literally putting you to sleep. So you don't think, so you don't question, and you just follow. That's what it is. So yeah, beware of that, guys, because the truth is often scary and quite painful to deal with when you're taking that path as a seeker. And asking questions means there are going to be more questions as you follow down this path, really. You're never going to stop if you're a true seeker and say, wow, now I can relax. Oh, I know everything. No, 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 no. This is just the beginning. I mean, I know a few things because I'm always interested to looking deeply into things that interest me, especially when I question this as important subject as my life, my existence, why I'm here. I always look into it deeply, and I don't leave a page unturned or stone unturned, really, when it comes to that. Because I'm taking responsibility for my own existence. I made up my mind. I'm not coming back here. Yes, I repeat it in almost every video that I'm not coming back here for another BS of a lifetime. I've done my hardship in here. I've got up to here for eternity to last me. There wasn't a thing in this life that I haven't experienced, to be honest. So I'm not a best candidate to come back ever again. I'm done with it. But as I said already before, freedom is not free. It has to be earned. You have to become aware that once you're aware that something is wrong, then you ask questions. That way you become a sovereign being. And when you question things, oh no, they don't like it, the above entities, whoever runs this show, they don't like that you question this reality at all. They're desperate though. They lie, they spread propaganda through NDE experiences, hoping that they're going to write these wonderful books. And yes, there's plenty of books and they're interesting, but when you're a seeker, you can see right through that they've been deceived, these people have been deceived. And yet they swear that they've spoken to God, this and that. But I also read about NDEs follow-ups, that after many years they become depressed. Some people were very depressed because they're still waiting after 20, 30 years for this so-called mission that I had to fulfill. And that mission was nowhere to be found in here. And there was a big reason to come back, but there wasn't any reason really. It was more suffering, if anything. So people, those who questioned, who snapped out of this glorified experience of NDE, of heaven and God and all this, snapped up after 20, 30 years and said, well, where's that mission? What am I supposed to be doing here? And they were shown some probably holographic images that were very addictive to look at, and because the feeling was there that some people call it love bombs that they were subjected to during the NDEs, that heavenly love, that it's so deep apparently that nothing can compare to anything on this planet when you're in a body. So yeah, people remember those beauty and the way it made them feel, and they're nostalgic about it and they miss it. But they also woke up and say, "Oh my goodness, where's the mission here? I've been put back from that heavenly place. I've been kicked here for what? You know." So yes, there's lots of those, and again I say, please do your own research. There's plenty of material to work with. Ask questions, okay? Because unless you start asking hardcore questions, that is nothing is gonna open up magically, and it's gonna open to you, and it's gonna be brought to you, so you could say, "Oh yeah, I understand this now. This is what it is." You know, no, you have to dig deeply by yourself. You know. Also, remember, never have fear in your heart or soul. Fear is for slaves. Fear is for those who don't have any critical thinking and who follow up others. They fear the system. That's why out of fear they become deeply religious. They are followers. They listen to anything because if there's a little bit of hope, somebody says, "Oh, this is heaven, that," you know, that makes them feel good. So that eliminates this fear a little bit. And when you're on your own, it's scary. Oh yeah. Oh wow, how can I do it? There's no God around me, there's no Jesus to come and rescue me. What am I supposed to do? I'm just nobody, I'm very small, I'm not able to look after myself. Oh yeah, go ahead and give all your abilities and all your power to those external forces and see how far they're gonna take you. I'm being sarcastic, of course. Don't do that. Well, you're watching this video, so hopefully you understand what I'm saying in here, that deception is very deep and it's real, okay? This is real. Yes, there are people who never take any interest in those things, and they just follow the mainstream media, whatever, and they're happy. I mean, it's okay. If this is what people choose to do, nobody's forcing anyone to look into those things. But I do my homework because I'm absolutely not going to be coming back here for another lifetime of what I went through in here, really. But if others want to, because surprise, surprise, I met few people who said that they would love to come back here to reincarnate. Wow, I mean, okay. If they have plans to whatever, good luck. I'm not forcing anybody. I'm not saying you mustn't do that. This is horrific. No. I'm here to spread awareness only what is going on, and the choice is up to us individually. It's a very individual, a very private choice that, the decision you make. You want to come back here, or you had enough and you want to move on, okay? Yeah, I've got reasons to believe that you can move on. The Matrix don't have power over those who question things, but they love, and the Matrix lovingly embracing those who follow up this trap, the fake, spirituality, fake spirituality, I can call it, yeah. All this religion and things. I don't think, I don't like even the word spiritual anymore, to be honest, because it smells of too much of, religion, God and all that. I don't like that. I don't do these things anymore. I've done with it. I've closed that door a long time ago. I don't really go and look at those things again. I had enough. I done it before. So I'm a kind of person that I don't go back in life. I always go forward. So there's no way that I'm ever going to change my mind and suddenly become religious or New Age or whatever. I've done all that. I'm not interested. Spirituality also, because it's used like, it's too popular, that word. It became such a mainstream that everybody talks about spirituality. Oh, wonderful. It's a New Agey term too, really. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's thought-provoking, and it should kind of, open some door to question few things. Really, this is what I do here. I'm not doing these videos because I want to be famous or rich. I'm simply sharing my experience and spreading the awareness that things are really, really rotten, that something's not right. So anyway, thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.